shirt, you look forward to the day, when you love what you do, when you feel that you. Do you think these guys love what they do? Yeah. I can't hear you. Speak up, young man. You think these guys love what they do? If you love what you do, you love waking up in the morning, you love going to school, you got that new outfit on, you got the new J's, and you're going to kill them, and you lay it out, you got your jeans and your shirt, you look forward to the day, when you love what you do, when you feel that you love doing what sort of drives you. So if this is your job, in essence, if you find your passion, you never work a day in your life. Think about that. You want to provide. Imagine if you could provide and do what you want. In some sort of way, in my life, I've been able to do that, but it wasn't easy. I'm not the perfect cat. You see that? I smoke weed, I sold weed, I've done it all. I've been on both sides of the track. I moved back from the IE after 6th grade, 79, went to Willowbrook Junior High School in Compton. Sherman hit. Hip-hop had just sort of hit. And all of a sudden, I couldn't wear my Pirates or my Phillies hat because that associated with being a Pyro. In 1 year. So I went from the IE 6th grade, I moved into Willowbrook, so the 7th grade, and everything had flipped on me. My cousins was like, "What you doing, dude?" In 1 year. But I got lucky because I followed my passion. What is passion? We don't need a definition. It's sort of up to what you think passion is, homie. I'm going to y'all gonna talk to me. What's passion? What's your favorite drink? What's your favorite drink? Coke? Coke? So when Mom brings home that Coke, you excited, right? How about over here? What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite brand? Limited? Abercrombie & Fitch? Anything new? Everybody loves busting tags. Everybody has a passion, so sort of deal, but if you find it in your work, it's something you love to do, and we sort of combine it, it's crazy. I want to show you how I took my passion, which wasn't a job, but was actually an activity, and how it led into my job and work and sort of all of that. The first thing I want to talk about is, you see the two gentlemen on the upper left, that's my two uncles, both of them named Reggie. One from the mother's side of the family, other from my father's side of the family. Both murdered. One on Western and 57th going to rehab. He got stabbed at Locke High School, lost a kidney, started smoking the crack, sort of the first era. Trying to go to rehab and got caught up in crossfire. Other uncle far left, light-skinned OG, went to Centennial way back in the day, older than my mother, got killed within his house over by Pyru Street on the east side. But these were my inspirations. They're the ones that gave me the dog and taught me how to lift weights. Gave me the passion. One of the people that sort of gave me the passion for football, another cat was Vince Wood that went to Vernon Day. I seen this kid, my mother signed me up for football as a mascot. I was 5 years old, was not old enough to play. She signed me up because she wanted me to be around some male figures because her and my mother had got a divorce and she wasn't around and he wasn't around. Through being a mascot, not being able to play from 5 to 8, I was dying to play. So when my mother took me to Little Park when I was 8 to sign me up for football, my life changed. I recently wrote an article on how football changed my life. Because I got to participate. This went on and me moving into IE, it's serving as a bridge when I'm in this predominantly white community. I had some skills, it served as my currency, so to bridge the gap between the two. I had the disappointment of not getting a scholarship out of high school and had to go to junior college. Went to junior college, went to Fullerton, ended up going to Ohio U, got a full scholarship, ended up being the first member of my family to graduate from college. So, this isn't about me, I'm just telling you how I ended up chasing my passion and how this worked out. The journey sort of continues. But then sort of life throws you a curve, and I had an environmental health degree. I was a health inspector. Pocket protectors and metal desks really wasn't my thing, going to restaurants and that sort of thing. So I challenged myself again and got out of my comfort zone, went back and got my master's in sports administration. I wanted to work in sports. Thought I wanted to work in college athletics. Interned at Georgia Tech at their athletic department in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta in the 90s, eating the O-heads in here, freaking, used to be cracking and all that other. But I realized that wasn't what I wanted to do. I had some friends, some college teammates. Again, football coming back into my life. They played for Nike. that worked for Nike, that brought me in as an interviewer, and ended up getting a job there, working there for 15 years. I worked at Ralph Lauren, Super, and the rest of those, but it started off with my passion of being that 5-year-old kid, dreaming and playing, ended up becoming my career. So as a health inspector, went back, got my master's, as I sort of stated, at Ohio University, worked at Nike for 15 years. As my cousin sort of mentioned, all the old school products and all that, Yeezys, I started that. I did the collaboration strategy with Wu-Tang and Jay, who just dropped the album today, which is nice. The first collaboration with artists as well as sneaker brands put products out that now became Yeezy, became a business model. I was part of the front end of that. Just telling you how when you chase your passion, things sort of happen and you're not working. Since then, sort of moving on, again, leaving my comfort zone, I've started my own agency. But the more important thing is now I'm writing. I was that kid that didn't want to stand up in front of class and read in front of class. I know everybody here can relate to that. Don't call my damn teacher. I'm sick today. I ain't with it. So, at one point I'm presenting in front of the whole Nike company, or now I'm writing in a pen and putting myself out there in front of the whole deal because I continue to challenge myself. I'm not better. But it's just challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone, because you stay around the same homies, you stay in the same neighborhood, you don't grow and take a different way. How are you going to grow? It's all about chasing your passion. And passion can be negative or positive. Hold down your neighborhood could be a passion that you have, but it's negative. But like Jay said in the album he just launched today, how you willing to die, in essence, how you willing to die for a neighborhood that your parents are renting? Think about it. How you gonna die for your neighborhood that your mama's renting? Not even you, your mama's renting. That don't add up. That ain't the positive way to take that passion. Take that passion and get on a team and build a business. Be a teacher and give back. Coach. Design a line. Don't let your dreams limit you. We can do things. They try to project in the media that we're this negative beast. And we can't do it. We can't do that. There's people could be the president. Now I don't know what we got with 45, but we had a president. Like anything is possible. Odds is nothing but a number. Don't let anybody put you in a box. Because they put you in a box and this is what you are, in essence, that means you're dead. That's what I tell them at work. Don't put me in a box. Don't lock me in there. So this sort of moving on. So the kid who didn't want to read in front of class is writing. Also have an underwear line called Dirty Draws. Don't laugh. But what I'm saying is that you can follow your dreams, your passion, make the world better, be able to address things. But it all finds out to find what your positive passion is and chasing that relentlessly. The same way the dope man is trying to sling that rock, you could be slinging draws. Same way you talking madness on the corner, you could be kicking lyrics or writing articles or doing other things. When I first started working at Nike, I was petrified in that I'm educated, but I have the ability, I may talk a little Queen's English, but I blend it with my own jargon. I went up and took a product manager job. I was on campus. I'm thinking, dang, I hope they accept me. But parallel to this, ESPN had just started taking off. This cat named Stuart Scott was using booyah and different terms that related to the culture and urban culture, so it took off. And I was accepted. But my point is that when you live in, again, I'm not a preacher, but when you live in faith, things just kind of work out. If you're positively chasing your passion, things work out. But you got to figure what that is, and if your homeboy wants to make cupcakes, but you want to do landscaping, y'all got to split off so you can get it to get out of your comfort zone. You're not going to do everything together. You grow up together, but you grow away from each other. But you have to decide what your passion is and to get after it. So sort of in closing, in essence, the three things that I want to, hand as relates to my journey. I went around life is passion. You can't do anything with passion. You have to sort of be able to chase that, identify it, do it in a relentless way. The way you want to get that dance, if you want to get them J's, you know what I'm saying? Get that hair braided, get moms to get you what you want. You got to have that same passion as it relates to your life and be able to do it because the world is out there for you. You can do anything. The next point is leaving your comfort zone. You got to feel uneasy if you're going to grow. If not, you're going to stay in the same place and you're going to die. I got mad cats my age that are still talking about the 80s. If you live in a time zone, the music happened in the music industry. Music industry is so caught up in downloads and fighting that, they let a computer cat come in and take over the industry. You gotta let it go. You gotta let the past go. That's why I don't talk about the new hip hop. I don't necessarily feel it, but my parents was laughing at me when our artists was coming in, so how am I gonna laugh at y'all? I'm gonna let you guys live. That's the same thing with different periods of time. Things sort of move on and you gotta be able to adjust. Which brings me to my last point. Even though you're learning now, you have to keep learning because stuff changes. When I went to college, there was no computers. There was no cell phones. That changed. If I stayed locked to that time, I would still be stuck. Like the grandparent who doesn't mess with the VCR or the folks my age that aren't messing with social media that got to watch the news and read the newspaper doing. I can just stroll through and see what's cracking from the weather to politics, to somebody that I haven't seen in years that might have passed. I'm gonna have that work to my advantage. And then you gotta relearn. But if you stay locked into a zone, you stay locked into a period, you stay locked into an environment, if you stay locked into how it should be, because we're all gonna have problems. We're talking about over here at this table. Either you in problems or you coming out of problems. We all got problems. That's just how it works. That's obstacles, that's life. What I live by is you gotta have bad days and have good days, and every day would be an average day. In essence is that if everything was good on time, you wouldn't even recognize it wouldn't be enough. It's tested you, your faith, your ability, your passion, and staying sort of grounded. And that sort of does it. I'm more than open up for questions. Just want to leave with the last quote. Nothing great in the world has been accomplished without passion. If you don't care, you're waiting for lightning to hit in the bottle. And it does happen. But, if we're going to talk about odds, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to chase what I want to do and get after it and have faith that it's going to happen. But I'm more than open to asking any question as it relates to speakers, any thoughts, anything you guys want to challenge, as well as just sort of sit down. But I just want to share my story, my journey, sort of give you sort of some lessons from my perspective. It may not even soak in now. Because at some point you're going to look to turn around, you're going to have kids, you're going to get tired of sort of living that life that you're going to want to sort of adjust to all the adults in here. I was talking earlier about rites of passage. I got more gray hair than all of y'all. This is the journey right here. I got stories behind it. It's all part of the process, and I wouldn't do it over again. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.